Sonia, and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working with me and want me to call you on your BS, all my coaching information is in the description below. I go live here on YouTube to answer your manifestation questions, so if you want to come hang out, check out when those times are scheduled. And please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to day 16 of Manifesting 101, where we are going to be talking about living from the end and states. These are both terms that were coined by Neville Goddard and are very, very popularly used in the law of assumption community. And we are going to talk about everything you need to know about these two things. Living from the end and states are basically the same thing. Your state is just what you're thinking about all the time. Your dominant state of your existence. So do you tell yourself all the time that nothing works out for me and I could never be happy and this could never be good and that person would never want me? That's your state. That's the reality you are selecting. You are living from the end because what you're telling yourself now is true and will be proven to you to be true in future moments. That's all happening now because we live in an eternal now. But the future happens in the present, right? The past, we can remember it from the present, but everything is what's happening right now. And whatever you tell yourself right now is true. Whatever you come back to telling yourself over and over and over again is your state. It's basically just what you're thinking naturally, honestly. When you are in the state of being a victim to your circumstances and nothing works out, like I was saying, all that stuff, that's what you're telling yourself all the time. You're living from that end because that is the experience you are choosing. You are choosing to think those thoughts. When you're living from the end or in the state of the wish fulfilled, you are telling yourself that things are the way you want them to be. That this circumstance that seems contradictory to what I want must not matter because I'm getting what I want. I'm God in my reality. I know exactly how to manifest. This works every time for me. Only good things happen. Everything works out in my favor. I don't know how, but somehow this is a blessing in disguise. I always get what I want is a state. Having money and being broke are both states based on what you're telling yourself all the time. They are both ends that you can be living from based off of what you are now currently focusing on. Because the thoughts that you are focusing on now are going to be proven to you to be true in the future. And if you continue to base your experience, so we'll take money. Let's say you have $10 in your bank account. If you continue to tell yourself that money's hard and you never have money, guess what's going to continue to be true? Just because you have $10 in your bank account doesn't mean that money couldn't show up in any number of ways at any time. It could show up 10 minutes from now. You have no fucking idea, but you're deciding that you're broke and you have no money. And you're choosing to worry and stress about how you're broke and you have no money and you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. You are selecting that experience with money. That is your state. The person who doesn't have money. That is the end you are living from. Just like you are always affirming something because affirmations are just thoughts, you are always living from an end or are in a state. What are you dominantly focused on? What do you tell yourself all the time? What do you believe is true? Your beliefs are just the things that you think so much you don't even pay attention to thinking them. They became a belief because you accepted it as true and or through repetition. You have been doing this your whole life. You have been accepting and rejecting things as true your whole life. You've been doing it based off of belief systems that were given to you. Now you have the choice. What end are you going to live from? What state are you going to choose? How are you going to choose to think and view everything in existence? Literally everything. Because like I've said, nothing has built-in meaning. There's no right or wrong answer to any of it. But whatever you're constantly focused on and telling yourself is true, and will be proven to you to be true, because that's the law. It's working perfectly. And if you will be honest with yourself, truly honest, brutally honest, you'll see that what you are experiencing right now is a reflection of what you tell yourself all the time. And that is a big part of why people get stuck when they're manifesting. I'm doing it right. I'm doing all the things. I'm not wavering. I'm not doing this. But if you truly pay attention to what you're telling yourself, you're not coming from the state of having it or that it's already done, living from the end. Like I was saying in the last video, this is the decision. I now have money. I can pay every fucking bill that comes my way easily and effortlessly. You're affirming that or visualizing that, but as soon as you get an unexpected bill, you lose your fucking shit and tell yourself it doesn't work. So guess what? You're fucking right. And until you drop that mindset, it's going to continue to manifest perfectly. Because your experience is what you tell yourself that it is. And what you tell yourself is true is true. And all that living from the end is, or your state is what thoughts are you thinking? Are you telling yourself that you are going to get what you want and that things are the way you want them to be? And the tense of the wording of your affirmation, your thought does not matter. But are you being a victim or are you getting what you want? The choice is always yours, and whatever you come back to the most will be proven to you to be true. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.